Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. Let's see what you don't see coming for the week of November 30th, 2025. Keep in mind it's a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. Be sure to check out your other placements. And with all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Aries collective now for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Aries not see coming for the week of November 30th, 2025? What do they not see coming? Let's get one more shuffle. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Happiness hater. Bottom of the deck, you have ego. Okay. Tell me more about this happiness hater here for Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know about this happiness hater? What does Aries need to know? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Knight of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Tower. The bottom of the deck, we have a Page of Wands, we have the Hangman, and we have the Six of Swords. I'm going to take this as well. Ten of Swords. That leaves the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Hierophant, Three of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you've been going through a difficult time in that Five of Pentacles energy. Now, for some of you, you could be experiencing financial loss, emotional loss, maybe even like a physical health setback. But I see you healing from that in that Four of Swords energy. So there seems to be a recovery here underway. You seem to be a little bit more lighthearted this week with that Knight of Cups energy, feeling a little bit better, a little bit more like yourself, I want to say. Trying to like reground yourself here. So I like the energy for you. Looks like you're coming out of a difficult time. And look, that difficult time could have lasted a day, could have been a week, could have been a month. I don't know your individual story. But I see you doing your best to recover. Tell me a little bit more here about Aries, and then we'll get into what's going on with that individual. Tell me a little bit more here about Aries. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Moon, we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Five of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're on this healing journey here, and I think you have been for quite some time. And I don't think you're feeling 100% your best this week, to be quite honest with you, with that Moon card. It could be a very emotional week for you. I think you're hiding a lot of your emotions. I think you've been battling yourself about a decision here that you need to make. But overall, I see you connecting with at least one other individual. It's a very lighthearted exchange. So I don't know who this person is to you, a friend, a family member, or a lover. But you seem to be in better spirits. So perhaps up until this week, maybe you weren't. And then we have this other individual here who is noticing the shift in you, noticing that you're a little bit lighter, a little bit more jovial, a little bit more happier, trying to like reground or recenter yourself. And the feeling I get here is like this person does not like that, or they're trying to figure out why. The Page of Wands is a card of discovery. The Hangman energy is like they're paused, right? They're trying to look at all perspectives. That Six of Swords to the Ten of Swords, I almost feel like this person is trying to figure out, trying to discover, and yeah, just trying to figure out how did you get out of the Ten of Swords? Why did you get out of the Ten of Swords? What made you get out of the Ten of Swords? Is this person trying to figure out why you're not in the Ten of Swords anymore? So I don't. When we're clarifying happiness hater and that ego card, I don't feel like this is someone who particularly likes you. Otherwise, why would this person be a bit disturbed if you are in a better mood, or at least trying to rehabilitate yourself in some way? Tell me more about this person. What does Aries need to know about this person? One more shuffle here. Thank you. This individual, Eight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Wands. This is almost giving me the feeling of like misery loves company. That Four of Cups, this person isn't feeling emotionally well. They could be feeling like they missed out on an opportunity, either with you or in some other aspect of their life. The Seven of Pentacles to the Four of Cups tells me they've been sitting in this for quite some time. So this is someone, and I'm not saying they're absolutely miserable in every aspect of their life, but there is one in particular area here of their life where they're not very happy and they feel like they can't move forward. And that Eight of Wands, like they would like to move forward from feeling this way. But they're having difficulty doing that. And meanwhile, they're trying to figure out like, well, what's your secret? Why are you able to do it? Nine of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Cups, the World card. Aries, I feel like this is someone who would like to be on the same page with you. This is someone who, let me get a little bit more on this. The feeling I'm getting here is we aren't doing very well with one another for whatever reason. Right? And I don't know who this is, a friend, a family member, a lover, your boss, your coworker, you know what I mean? A client. I don't know who this person is, but it's kind of like, well, Aries and I aren't getting along very well. And because of that, I'm not feeling very good about myself or about, you know, feeling good about the connection with them. And yet Aries here is happy. How could Aries be happy if I'm not happy? That's the feeling I get here. There's a little toxicity here in this person's energy. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Anything else you need to know about this person? I told you, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, Seven of Wands. I feel like this is someone who, I mean, look at these energies here for this person. I'm not feeling that great, right? I'd like to move forward. I'd like to communicate with you. I'd like to move this connection forward or bring it back together again. But I am feeling blocked in doing that. Seven of Pentacles, Four of Cups. I want to get a little bit more on this person because I feel like this is someone you have a connection with or had. And maybe there was an issue here. Maybe you had an argument. I don't know. Maybe this Five of Wands, Five of Swords was something that you had with this person. And meanwhile, you're recovering from it and they aren't. I see you on the mend. Are you emotional at times this week? You are. I'm not going to lie to you. And it could have a lot to do with that full moon in Gemini. I don't know your particular birth chart or how that will be impacting you this week. I just see you trying to recover. And yes, for some of you, you're trying to make a financial recovery. For others of you, a physical one. Like I said, if you have been not feeling well or just under the weather. And for some of you, you're just emotionally trying to recover. But you do have connections here in your life, at least one of them, that are trying to help you. We're definitely going to clarify the Tower. Meanwhile, I have this person here trying to figure out why the hell you're so happy because I'm not happy. And I've been sitting in this state of unhappiness for quite some time. And I feel like you being happy is a detriment to my happiness. This is a beyond toxic energy, I have to be honest with you. Can you clarify the Tower? What the heck is happening with this Tower? So let's say this is a friend. This is a friend, and it's just an example. Nothing predictive in nature here. Okay, just an example. This is a friend. You had an argument with a friend, and meanwhile, they run into you 2 or 3 days later, and you're so happy. Meanwhile, they're still miserable over the argument that the two of you had. And it's like, well, how can you be happy? We just had this big blowout fight. I'm not happy. How dare you be happy after we had this Ten of Swords incident? That's what it feels like to me. Like you're not allowed to be happy because of whatever transpired between you and this individual because they're not happy. Tell me more about this Tower. Yeah, their ego is hurt. That's the ego card that's here. Their ego is hurt. One more shuffle here. And actually on the card, it says ego getting in the way of a relationship. Yeah, this person's ego. The Tower is clarified by the Three of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. That is your Tower. And it's tied as well into this person's Tower. So what do I mean by that? You're on the mend. You're feeling better. You're rebalancing, recalibrating yourself. And therefore, you're moving forward. You are really happy this week. And maybe it's just, you know, an overall feeling, but this person is feeling it. So your Tower of I'm feeling good, I'm recovering, I'm able to move forward now in my life is making this person feel like your Tower now becomes their Tower because now they can't figure out why you're so happy. Because again, it goes back to I'm not happy. Why are you happy? I think I'm going to call your video Misery Loves Company. Let's get you 3 cards of advice Personally, if I were drawing these cards for myself, and again, I don't know your individual situation, but if I was going through a difficult time, physically, emotionally, you know what I mean, psychologically, financially, whatever, and I start um, uh, making, I was on the mend and I was starting to feel better, and I'm making steps forward and progress forward, coming out of maybe a dark time, or again, this feeling of like not feeling so well, and now all of a sudden I'm feeling very well. I would be a bit disappointed in this person, number one, that they can't be happy for my happy, or that my happiness has to be tied to them. Like that's just toxic, right? In nature. But the third thing here, again, if this were my personal reading, I would not allow this person or any interaction with them this week to set you back, because you seem to be making your way towards true independent happiness here, not relying on anyone, right? Nines in tarot are very independent energies, a very independent number. The Hermit is independent, Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords. You know what I mean? These are all very independent energies. And so I would not allow this individual to affect your Nine of Cups, because I think it's taken you a while to get here. That's just my personal take. Now let's see what tarot has. 3 cards of advice here for Aries dealing with this person this week. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, Aries. 9 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands. I would continue to focus on my structure and my stability. I would not give this person any mind. When you're at that crossroad point and you're like, do I respond to them? Because you might get some little like catty words, some sarcastic comments from this person. Oh, why are you in such a good mood? Why are you smiling today? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting off of this energy. This is like when you get to that Y point and you're not sure what to do, just walk away. 8 of Cups, I wouldn't even feed it. We have no swords here, so I wouldn't engage in conversation. I wouldn't defend, my happiness if I were you. This just seems to be like you're going through a difficult time, but you're coming out of it. 9 of Wands, right? You are persevering. You haven't given up on life. You're working your way towards happiness. And when you get to that Y point with this person, if they do say something sarcastic, 8 of Cups, just walk away from the argument. It's not worth it. 4 of Wands, the High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles. Aries, you just keep moving towards that Ace of Pentacles, whatever that is for you. And I would keep to myself and that High Priestess when it comes to engaging with this person. There's no need to argue with them. The only swords you have on your side is the 4 of Swords, which tells me you are recovering and healing from something. So I would keep moving forward with your healing journey and let that miserable person just kind of marinate in their own misery. Don't let them drag you into it. That's what I have for you, Aries, for the week of November 30th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.